This is the entrance to the traditional glass camp celebratory complex. We can proceed to the conference room before we now come back to other events. Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Honorable Minister, you are welcome to. My name again is Azibapu Fred Obua, the Honorable Commissioner Special Projects. As you can see, this project was also handled by my ministry and still on direct labor. The entire project cost 209 million. You can see that we are about rounding up. We are on landscaping and other minor areas to be handled. The building contains a lot of features like the museum, the conference hall, the memorial hall, and a lot of other offices for the traditional rulers. We have been on site for the 3.5 months, and we believe that the next 2 weeks we should be done with this building. In other words, we are using 4 months to complete this structure. Thank you. It's not upgraded, it's construction. What really happened was that, no, it's not upgraded. It should be a typographical error. It's construction, it's a new construction. A building actually existed here, but when His Excellency came into power, he decided that it looks too dilapidated. And so we have to give a modern and befitting secretariat complex for the traditional rulers. And it's on the basis of that we started off this building and came up to this level within the past 3 months. And so it's not upgraded. It's a new construction.
Well, the Honorable Minister, perhaps maybe because this is the state of Mr. President, and I hope this is not premature anyway. They have been trying to look at the quality of the job here, starting from the first inspection. And I want to say that what I've seen so far, the quality surpassed what we have been seeing elsewhere in terms of what they put together. It's not easy to construct, particularly in this kind of terrain. But looking at this edifice, looking at what they put in place for the deputy governor, and looking at the finishing, there are some states where within 2-3 months, if there should be rainfall, the paint will surely be peeling. But here, with what I've seen so far, but like I said, I hope it's not premature when we get to some other places, but I think the little that we have seen so far is commendable. Maybe because it's the state of the president anyway, but I think it's commendable.
Any question, please, or comment? Okay.
My name is Ene. I was wondering when I saw the police mess. Okay. I was really impressed because even most of the armed forces mess are not as good as the police mess. So I was just wondering, if you have the heart like you have now, and you have the capacity, is it not possible to extend it to the police officer? I know it is not your duty to build police stations, because if you look at the police station that is just beside the mess, you see that there is a huge gap. We are concerned particularly because for women, whatever happens to the men, it affects us directly. I know we cannot talk about certain security.
For both men and women.
Yes, but my concern is that the office where they stay more, they only go to relax. Shouldn't it be more comfortable and also comfortable for work in the first instance? Because if they are not comfortable, it will affect their relationship with people, which people have been complaining about. The police is not friendly. So can't we have some security gadgets, which we cannot talk about now, built in there? Let us have a standard that other states can copy from. Is it not possible?
It's appealing for the police.
Please, that is very, very significant. But like I said, there are always more wants than there are resources. This state takes the role of the security personnel very seriously. And whatever we can do to bring comforts, enable environment for them to perform at optimum, we shall do. We've started that one. And as the demands come, because come from the police, from the other services as well, We're doing things for other services as well. We'll continue to do to support the effort of the center. Yeah. Okay, I think you just said that the governor has actually asked for the cost of the barracks. I was not aware of that, so I think something will be done.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like the idea of direct labor, but the definition here, I do not really grab. I want to believe that when you say direct labor, you mean you want to encourage your local and indigenous contractors and people and empower them. That is what I think you mean. I also find a gap, huge gap between 87 million and 209 million. Same direct labor. You may explain that, although we have seen some differences, you may want to explain. But please tell me if you actually, as a ministry, involve local and indigenous contractors so that we can encourage them, we can stop militancy, we can stop insecurity. Because security is not so much about building gadgets, but it's about empowering the people. Thank you.
Sorry, let me just... police have just informed us that we built 5 offices for the police, which are meant to be commissioned, which are not part of actually what we've seen. So that is the way we'll gradually increase their environment as demands come up.
Yeah, thank you. The essence of direct labor, the first consideration is to fast track our projects. If ordinarily a contract job should take 5 months, direct labor is not supposed to exceed 3 months. And that exactly is what we have done. The second consideration is consideration of our youths, indigenous consideration, where our youths will be massively employed. Within the period, I tell you, we had more than 1,000 youths that were working here on daily basis. And of course, you know that within that period, they earn their living. And so these are good consideration for direct labor approach. And it's been encouraged. And the third is the cost element. You know that if it is a contract job, by the time you go through it, contractors may go out there to request for variation and all sort of things. But in direct labor approach, you come up with the cost of materials, cost of labor, cost of everything. And as you zoom off, you go straight and complete the projects within the time frame. Thank you.
Omalara, and then
Your Excellency, my name is Malara Wood. About the museum that will be here, what kind of material will be housed in the museum, and it's a museum of what, and is it being conceived with the help of a curator? Thank you.
Well, we are collaborating that with the museum committee in the state. We know what it takes, what the museum takes. At the end of the day, the committee will actually come up with details of what that will be in place in the state.
I think many historians in this country wouldn't be surprised when I call Professor Ije Alagwa. He's the person who manages the system that we call museum in the whole state. And everything that will come up will be a subset of what his committee will come up with.
Yes. My name is Ademola Adeyemi from National Planning Commission. Please, all these monumental projects that are being put in place, do you have environmental impact assessment of most of these projects and the social impact assessment? They are very, very important, especially in this era of environmental awareness. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know that the Commissioner for Environment should have been in position to answer. But let me tell you, as a professional quantity surveyor, I'm a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyor. All the projects in Bayelsa State are well impacted before they go for construction. That one I can assure you. And of course, we are there as professionals to advise government. Thank you.
My question goes to the Commissioner for Works. I overheard him the other side saying that they have a debt of 4 billion naira to be paid every month. So I want to know how much is the total debt you inherited, and when did you start paying this debt? Thank you very much.
Can you wait? Okay, we'll go to the town hall, please. There are questions. Base your questions on the projects. General questions should wait for town hall. Let me conclude by saying that I believe in direct labor.
it offers more jobs to people. The cost is lower. If you look at the cost of these two structures and those on contract, you know this is lower because contractors will ask for at least 30% profit before they will accept your job. And then with direct labor, the people come from the environment. Contractors can bring their people and experts from anywhere. And I'm impressed by the quality of the structures that we have seen. Maybe because the Commissioner for Special Duties is a fellow of the Institute of Quantity Surveyors. But I think it's very, very good. The only thing you will notice is that the tiling in both the other building and here, you need to look at that. I'm not impressed by the quality of the tiling that I saw at the police officers' mess. And this one, you have to check it very, very well.
I will.
I think the people tiling, they need more supervision in terms of the tiling. But the structures, very great. But the tiling and the environment will be very important. Secondly, I've not seen trees being planted. No, I've seen the concrete all through.
No provision.
Where are they?
Go through there is area for tree planting, flowers and all that.
Yeah, because even within
all these boxes
there is a provision.
Yeah. You see, so we are ready.
Please, because we need to see more trees planted so that there will be shade.
Yes.
But we see most government buildings and structures. We don't see.
We are ready.
You know, because already these trees would have been growing by now as we are concluding this. Because most of the construction, you start with the planting of the trees. As the building is going up, the trees are also going up. So by the time you are finishing, the trees are standing. So you don't plant them after the structures are completed. And I'm saying so because all over, not only here, we went to rivers, we saw the health clinics and are complained. There's no single green tree around. So what will patients look at and get motivation? You know, so exactly. So it is very important that we must plant trees. Plant them in such a way that when you go abroad, you look at cities, you can hardly see buildings because trees are covering them. And we're in a forest here. So please, there is no reason why we should not plant trees. And as a general policy, I saw some trees planted yesterday. We are yet to come to that when we see a commissioner for environment. But in every structure of government,
Deputy Governor's area.
the Deputy Governor area, which is a new one. So please, let's plant trees.
We will.
Otherwise, this is good quality for direct labor. And this is good.